I'm going to read an excerpt from a book about my brother, who died, and I'll read you a piece, a section of his death, and a great sadness overcame me, and the source of the sadness was the deep feeling I had always had about him, that he had died without ever understanding or knowing, or being able to let the world in which he lived know who he was. That who he really was, not a single sense of identity, but all the complexities of who he was, he could not express fully. His fear of being laughed at, his fear of meeting with the scorn of the people he knew best were overwhelming, and he could not live with all of it openly. His homosexuality is one thing, and my becoming a writer is another altogether. But this truth is not lost to me. I could not have become a writer while living among the people I knew best. I could not have become myself while living among the people I knew best. And I only knew them best because I was from them, of them, and so often felt I was them, and they are, the people who ought to have loved me best in the whole world, the people who should have made me feel that the love of people other than them was suspect. And his life unfolded before me not like a map just found or a piece of old paper just found. His life unfolded, and there was everything to see and there was nothing to see. In his life there had been no flowering. His life was the opposite of that, a flowering. His life was like the bud that sets, but instead of opening into a flower, turns brown and falls off at your feet. And in the unfolding were many things, all contained in memory. The girl from Guyana with whom he had been having unprotected sex after he knew he was infected with the HIV virus. The girl, another one altogether, who saw him sunning himself on the veranda of the hospital that first time when he had been seriously ill, and the doctors thought he would be dead in 3 days. She had known him very well. She had been used to being seduced by him in one way or another. But when she saw him so thin in the hospital, so weak, my brother could tell that she had heard the rumors about him. They were true, but he could not admit it to himself then, and she was not really sure. And the way she distanced herself from him caused him great pain. He was dying and should have been beyond that, but dying was very new to him then. And the flirting with the nurses in Dr. Ramsey's office who knew of his situation, and he knew that they knew of his situation, and so their scorn, they did not hide it, must have been especially painful, but I did not know. He could not. I could now see. Let me know.